between Germany and Ghana. Whenever it comes to Germany and Ghana, it's more than a friendly. There's so much history, heritage, and prestige attached to these games. Twice they've met at the World Cup, and on one occasion, Ghana actually prevented Germany from winning back in 2014. The Black Stars were the only team to take any points or prevent Germany from winning the 2014 World Cup. And for the first time, we see in display the white jersey. The yellow jersey didn't do the magic. Maybe the white one can. What's your prediction for this, Graham?
Last time I tried doing that, I think we all got it wrong. So for me, I think it's supposed to be competitive. You don't want to go into the 1993 14th April Bochum disaster incident. I think that we've really matched the Germans boot for boot. We lost in 2010 1-0. We redeemed ourselves with a draw in 2014. So at least that history is already there. But when it comes to friendly matches, I don't think we really fared against them. But today should be a different one. If it's 1-1, I'll be happy. At least it redeems us from any pressure that everybody wants to give us.
Quite a huge Ghana following there. You can see the flags and the jerseys and the paraphernalia and the crowd there. Philip, I mean, what's the real expectation ahead of this game? Was it one of those games where performance trumps everything, or would you like to see a very drab 0-0? Would you take a 1-1, or would you take a good performance in a defeat?
I mean, I think the lineup, pretty much tells us that Otto has set up to defend, so it's going to be. We expect our defense to be difficult to be broken down. So that's what we're looking at. Hopefully they're able to defend excellently and not commit, mistakes like the first game. So keep it tight, keep it neat at the back. Hopefully get a 0-0, at halftime, go into the break, and then regroup and see if we can come back and, keep it going.
And I mean, just Graham, on the weather, we saw it was raining quite heavily. I'm not sure that's reduced a bit. But what impact does that usually have on games like this?
You want to look into, the conditioning, and you want to believe that the players will be able to come back and then see what they can do. But I think it's going to have an impact depending on the pitch level, depending on how the players really are going to work in terms of the stats they're wearing for this particular match. But I hope things will work out perfectly for the Black Stars.
And so there you can see that teams walk onto the pitch for the game between Germany and Ghana. The arena, that's the MHP Arena, is filled, and it's now time for the national anthems of Germany and Ghana.
Meine sehr verehrten Damen und Herren, liebe Fußballfans, sofern es Ihnen möglich ist, bitte erheben Sie sich jetzt für die Nationalhymnen. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're able to, please stand for the national anthems, starting with Ghana. Now please remain standing for the national anthem of Germany. Und nun singen wir gemeinsam die deutsche Nation.
MHP Arena, 60,000 capacity. It was really turning into a full-blown stadium back in 19 99, of course, 2009, I should say, because then he was hosting a lot of competitions. Now look at the lineup there for Germany. Clearly tells you that you have some changes. Serge Gnabry is there, Kai Havertz is there, Walter Maid is there, Vets, and of course, you're also looking at the midfield made up of Nick Walter Maid once again, Florian Vets is also there, Angelo Styler is also playing a huge role, Pascal Gross. Don't forget that the goalkeeper this time is not Manuel Neuer, it's going to be Alexander Nubel, and so Nagelsmann is making sure that he's got a very solid side ahead of this game against the Black Stars. Ghanaians having been dropped there by Usher, 5-1. They definitely want to change the narrative once again here at the MHP Arena, where the fans are really coming in numbers. This is the same place that hosted back in 1974 World Cup, also hosted the UEFA Europe back in 1988. So the Ghanaians would like to make some tactical tweaking maybe. Also having the 2006 World Cup matches also was played at this particular arena as well. And match officials, all of them from England, except to say that the assistant referee too is from Scotland. And so you have lots and lots of respect there for the man who is in charge of this game, the Swart Antwerp. Was actually controversially talked about against Man United against Bournemouth. But here you have the VAR officials who are certainly also here to ensure that we have a very clean game. And Joshua Kimmich is also playing a part in today's game here for Germany. And so there's a lot to look out for in this game between the Germans and the Ghanaians. And so 2 changes made there by Coach Otuado. Benjamin Asare replacing Atizigi, and also Ishaku is also not playing a part in the game. His position picked up by the Ghanaian centre-back, Kojo Opon-Pepra. Meantime, Thomas Partey, Caleb Yerenchi, and Kwesi Sibu, all of them maintain their place there. Prince Kobna is also there at the heart of the attacking play there for Ghana. And here you have the Germans ensuring that at least they want to have 1 or 2 talking to do. There's a lot of history between Ghana and Germany back in 1993 in a friendly game, the Buck Up disaster. One of the few memories the Ghanaians will have is said to say that if you look at the lineup there for the Germans in that particular match, and those who did score the goals there for the Germans as well, Jurgen Klinsmann was there for the German national team. And Ghana also had Abedi Pele, who's got his son playing, or the captain for the side. So that's pretty much a very interesting game there for the Ghanaians. So all is set now at the MHP Arena for this game, the friendly game, the second of it there for the Black Stars. And Stuart Antwell, the match official for today's game, man who has been officiating high-profile matches in the English Premier League, has been trusted with this opportunity to ensure that at least the Germans who are starting the game from left to right will certainly want to keep possession. But Ghanaians in all-white outfit, this is where the energy will be coming from. I tell you what, 60,000 filter capacity, and Ghana now having the midfield being bossed there by Thomas Partey, and possession will have to be given there to Benjamin Asare. It's been keeping the post there for Ghana during the qualification, but Ghana now giving the ball away in a very dangerous area, and finally get the ball away. Not the best of clearance there, not the best of potential play from the back for Ghana, but the Germans who quickly want to keep possession, have their own area, and they want to maintain some bit of momentum.
Well, but very shaky start there from the Black Stars. Luckily for Asare and Sibo, they were able to recover the situation. But clearly you can see that the German side are going to press. I think the Austrians probably blocked a lot more of the lanes and weren't so aggressive with their press. But that's a different challenge that this Black Stars defense might face in their build-up today.
Semignon was bullying his way through in the midfield there, but losing possession. The Germans really want to push forward quite quickly. And Kai Havertz is obviously going to be the man up front there. Benjamin Asare here for Ghana. Germany and Ghana really mating twice in competitive fixtures, but at the FIFA World Cups, Germany beat Ghana by a goal to nil back in 2010 in South Africa. And the other game ended 2-2 the 2014 FIFA World Cup back in Brazil, and head coach Julian Nagelsmann has been one of the youngest coaches there to be entrusted with the opportunity to work with the German national team. And so far, you've seen the team coming up very strong, keeping possession and trying to make sure that at least they push the Ghanaians out of their own defensive area. Here comes Gross. And a huge tackle there from Jiku. Well, the Ghanaians had the warm-up exercise, and of course they also had the likes of Kofi coming to support them. Here comes the man who's just been slotting into the new position for Joe Pompey-Pra. Interesting how to see Kai Havertz playing as the high wing position. Havertz again, the Arsenal player. Kimmich. Always trying to make sure that they hold on to possession there, the Germans. The Ghanaians really back in their own half and able to come up from the defensive line. Here comes the Germans. Gnabry send the ball back to Kimmich. And the ball has been sent down to the defensive line there for the Germans, who are really working the Ghanaians away from any chance of winning back possession.
You know, it's interesting that this game wasn't even on paper as at December. Everything changed after the World Cup draw when Germany found out that, you know, Ivory Coast, who they were supposed to play in March, would be in the group coincidentally, and so they had to cancel the friendly and immediately looked up to another West African opponent.
So Kai Havertz with a good chance here, drag the ball back and Ghana in trouble, but again, how did he miss this chance? Great opportunity there for the Germans to have opened the scoring here against Ghana. Quality play there from the Germans, and Nick Woltemade just losing that, just the right, not the best of kick there with the inside of his right foot. But Kai Havertz having a very good run against the Ghanaian left fullback, Derek Cohn. And there you have the ref camera clearly giving us different angles to what exactly happened in the 18-yard box of the Ghanaians. But that was a good chance there from Germany with Nick Woltemade. Buried that there for the Germans. Again, it was about the weaving pretty patterns, and Ghana once again having all sort of trouble there, clearing the ball away from a very good area. Havertz again being sent in, and this is going to be a clumsy tackle there. I tell you what, Jonas Ajete gave away a penalty against Austria, and now a very good chance there for the Germans to see if they can get the first goal. And Nick Woltemade, the man who just missed a glorious opportunity, has been fouled here. He was played on by Ajete, and yet he went in there clumsily, bringing him down.
I think he's a lucky man. He's a lucky man to still stay on the field there. It could be argued that he was the last man and potentially denied a clear goal scoring opportunity. I think if this was a competitive match, the color of the card could have changed. Then again, you can see Jiku clearly having word with Jonas Ajete. Ghana were in the game against Austria up until his mistake led to the goal. And once again is gifted another opportunity to the German team there. Not the best of starts, but luckily for him, he gets to stay on to play.
Well, again, this is a very good chance there for Ghana, the Germans, to at least to punish the Ghanaians, and spare yellow card of the game going out to the Ghanaian player, Jonas Ajete. There's a lot of concern there about his defensive abilities, especially so when he gave away the penalty very clumsy. 11 minutes or so was the time he gave it out, and 5 minutes into the game there, the Germans do have a good opportunity. Kai Havertz just behind the ball as well. Pascal Gross also there, and so maybe have a chance, and this time it is being blasted wide, and this the Germans, Florent Wirtz. The very good ball there against the side post. Sarri was very much alert, trying to deal with this one. One of the safest pair of hands there for the Black Stars there, Benjamin Asari, Hartlepool goalkeeper. He's kept 12 clean sheets in the Ghana Premier League. Benjamin Asari, a total of 20 clean sheets there for Accra Hartlepool. I'm trying to look at exactly what he'll be able to do there. The number one goalkeeper for Ghana currently. Yet again, another very fluid play there from the Germans on their left-hand side as they just get themselves into very good position. Chikut with the interception. Kwesi Sibo here for Ghana. Caleb Yenchi. And Ghana once again not able to get the ball away from a very good position, and the Germans will pick back possession. The man and a worrying situation there for Otto Addo. Says he's not really been reading what's happening on social media to know exactly what Ghanaians are talking about when it comes to his work with the Black Stars. But now maybe you want to change things. Havertz here for Germany. to the left-hand side, and Kalbienchi is there, and Jonas Ajete to the rescue, but the flag really gone up for an offside.
So far, 7 minutes gone, nothing from Ghana so far. It's almost as if whenever the team has the ball, there's no idea what they want to do when building out from the back. Twice we've seen, Jonas kick the ball out of touch, and you can see Prince Edu Kogna there yet to register a touch in the game after 8 minutes. I think that perhaps shows the level of dominance that the Germans have had. I mentioned that they are more aggressive when it comes to their press. They are more proactive than the Austrians, and so far the Ghanaian defense have had no answers when it comes to playing out of the back.
I'll tell you what, they've been talking about how the Ghanaians are able to get themselves away. Once again, Germany back with possession. And a long ball into the box, and this time Ghana in trouble. Chiku Trano take the ball away from Benjamin Asari, and that could have been a very unforgiving on goal there for Chiku again, one of the sharpest centre backs, and there you go again. Jinabi was just lurking around to deal with the ball there, but Chiku was in timely just to get the ball away for a corner kick advantage. The first corner kick of the day there to the Germans. And it's going to be taken there by Stiller, taking shot. Not in a hurry to send the ball into the box. Dragged back into the far post once again. The middle, nobody to deal with it. Germany really will have a chance here, been blocked beautifully by Kwesi Sibo. And now Jordan looking to pick up Kwabena. And Prince Edu Kwabena was not able to pick the passes again. Ghana really not able to settle in the game. They've been pinged to their own defensive area. The Germans really keeping possession neat and simple, and also weaving some very great pretty patterns again in the game. Once again, Kai Havertz here has been really having a very good time with Derek Cohn, not able to deal with him. And a lovely pass now. Here comes Germany. The pass now. And Gross thought that he was brought down. Kai Havertz really there. Again, it's been a lot of work between Kai Havertz and Pascal Gross. And here comes the foul here. My talking point would be, was that enough to have called a penalty and get in the header?
I think he gets the ball there, Martin.
And a good block there from Kwesi Sibo. Second corner kick of the evening. Angelo Stiller here behind the ball. It's going to be a left-footed one into the Ghanaian half. Consenting to the far post. Sari punches it away. Jordan with a header. Very far away. Angelo Stiller once again for Germany. Germans really having a very good time. Oh, quality piece of work there. Gross takes the ball away. Another reflective header, and again it's been hit wide. Another quality play there from the Germans, Jonathan Tah. And they've seen plenty of the ball there, the Germans, and so they have seen a lot of balls just around the Ghanaian 18-yard box. And the Ghanaians really suffering to get themselves away. Pascal Gross with that ball there, and Jonathan Tah not able to get it pretty much done right. Here comes Derek Cohn. He's a German-born. Completed his international switch to Ghana. He plays for Union Berlin with 25 appearances. Just scored 1 goal with 1 assist in the Bundesliga this season. Very familiar with this ground there, isn't he?
Very. And he had an interview with Wii Sports during the Christmas break where he mentioned that as soon as the friendlies were announced that Ghana will be playing against Germany, his family, friends were hitting him up like, can I get tickets? Can I get tickets? That's what happens when you're linked to both.
Very good one there. Germany really having a very good time. Quality ball sent into the left-hand side has been really worked on pretty well. And looking for a foul. The referee helping out of that. Bottom 8, not able to clear his lines. Again, you see how the Germans really have worked out. The Germans haven't lost in the last 6 outing. Yet again, another ball into the Ghanaian half. And the Black Stars have had difficulty getting themselves away. Jordan again with a little bit of a slip there, but the referee calls for play to continue. Up to the Germans. And now they have the ball there, Serge Gnabry. Here comes Germany once again. Nico Schlotterbeck. And so well, Serge Gnabry once again to the far post. Derek Cohn. This time is going to be Kojo Pompepra with the final touch on the ball. And Kai Havertz will have to throw this ball in quickly. Always trying to make sure that at least they have it pretty much neat and simple. Jonathan Tah. Kai Havertz. We'll talk about the German national team. They haven't lost in their last 6 outings, scoring 17 goals and conceding just 3, only their last match against Switzerland. Really riding on a 6-game winning streak, including victories over Switzerland. They won by 4 goals to 3. They beat Slovakia by 6 goals to 0 and Luxembourg by 2 goals to 0, scoring a strong defensive record with multiple clean sheets as well. The Germans. And so far, they've been the better side with 14 minutes already on the clock gone. They haven't been threatening at all by the Ghanaians, haven't they?
Should I give you an interesting stat?
Give it to me.
After 14 minutes, Germany have attempted 106 passes.
A little bit of slip there. Kai Havertz in the box, trying to turn on the left-hand side, but this time he's been bounded away. And Ghana still not able to get themselves away from an danger zone. Gnabry. Pascal Gross here. Another cross into the Ghanaian box. She's been cleared. Not the best of clearance there. So far, not seen Antoine Semenyo getting any closer to the 18-yard box of Germany or having a bit of the possession. It's been all the Germans. They hosted a 2006 World Cup. Hosted, never won it. And that was the World Cup where Italy won. Kept the momentum going there until they picked it up in Brazil. Good play now from Kwesi Sibo. Jordan, are you here? Steps up front waiting for the possession. There is Prince Edu Kobna and of course Antoine Semenyo, but possession back to Alexander Djiku. Sorry. Here comes Ghana. And this time it's going to be a foul here against the Germans, and that's upon Pompepra. There's a player who's been slotting in. This is flag football for OGC Nice, who's on 23 appearances this season, with 1 goal this season as well. He's making his debut start for the Black Stars.
Yeah, I was just going to give that interesting stats that after 15 minutes, we've seen the Germans complete 125 passes. Ghana, 27.
Wow. Maybe the Ghanaians will have to come out without Jonas Ajete here. There's one player still trying to have a partnership there with Alexander Djiku. Meantime, is Ghana having possession after talking about the Germans' possession. The Black Stars now want to keep it there. Here comes Derek Cohn, German bomb player, looking to put this one into the box. The only close moment for the Ghanaians inside the 18-yard box of Germany. Now the Ghanaians will have something to talk about. They may have the opportunity. Jonathan Tah not able to clear his lines pretty well. Djiku. Return. Semenyo looking to pick up. Edu Kobna not able to do so. Kai Havertz just got ball watching there. And here comes the left-footed Derek Cohn. Jordan in the box. Clears the ball back once again, looking for Antoine Semenyo. And this time the Germans in trouble. Kwesi Sibo strike and goes wide. Now the Ghanaians have something to breathe. The Ghanaians have something to say after almost 17 minutes gone. And that was the effort there from Kwesi Sibo.
The first bit of possession that we've seen the Black Stars have.
Concern for Ghana, for the man who's making his debut there. We have a little bit of rains coming in, probably with an ankle problem. So far, 17 minutes, and your impression?
I think it's been all Germany, but the last sequence of play where we saw Ghana have their first shot of the game through Kwesi Sibo, it had been Germany throughout, and they've had some 3-4 decent chances, 4 shots so far. Maybe should have at least converted one. Vert hitting the free kick onto the bar, and ultimately also slightly missing that cut back. But I think it's just been Germany throughout. But the only positive thing for Otuado and Ghana is that the scoreline still remains 0-0, and that always gives them the confidence. We just saw from that sequence where they were able to move the ball really quickly, and Sibo had a chance to have a pop from outside the box. But it's now a question of how consistently can they produce moments like that.
Just showing us, just as the game here, the Black Stars having this lovely game here at the MHP Arena against Germany. So far, no goal to either side, and getting to the first half already. Well, the Ghanaians have been pinned in their own backyard. Now they seem to have something on the game. And once again, it's going to be Nico Schlotterbeck trying to partner things pretty well there with the Tantar. They've been really working out in midfield, Serge Gnabry and Florian Wirtz as well. Kai Havertz been lurking on the right-hand side where Derek Korn has been struggling to keep tabs on him. Back again to the Germans. And again, they move to the left and trying to cut back and put this ball into the box, and Ghana would have to deal with it quite well. And Ajete was able to keep the ball away from Chiku. Meantime, Germany just trying to bring things pretty much closer to the Ghanaian area. They are not under any pressure at all to perhaps get a goal there. They've really kept possession, and now they want to hit one into the box. And Ghana struggling, and the referee would have to just whistle in favor of the Black Stars. Once again, the Germans really having in today's game a very quality time. Pascal Gross also there, and of course you see flag gone off on offside against Pascal Gross, isn't it?
Yeah, relief for the Ghana defense at least. Before the game, Nagelsmann mentioned that he was going to ring in the changes and make some rotations. I don't see that. I don't know what he meant by that, but I think he's just brought in a new keeper, changed the left back, and perhaps brought one midfielder in and goes to start. But not many changes. I thought he would rotate a bit more. I don't know, maybe something changed in the last minute.
So we looked at the Black Stars lineup and made a change there. Comes a young, talented player in the 18th shirt there, Nathaniel Brown, just advancing. On the left-hand side, once again, is going to be Germany. Another ball hit into the part of Benjamin Asari and comes back collected beautifully, the Ghanaian. And Joshua Kimmich was the man with that cross.
I think that will do Asari's confidence a lot of good.
Yeah, I mean, he's talking about Asari and talks about how he's really kept a very calm composure in the box there for the Black Stars. To Asari. And just been distributing the ball very much into a very poor place. Now the Germans to once again regain possession. Gross. Comes Jonathan Tah, just 30 years of age, a very experienced player, Jonathan Tah. 22 games this season. 2 goals and 1 assist for Bayern Munich this season. Havertz, Gnabry. Cross. Tar. He was part of the Xabi Alonso's Bayern Leverkusen side that won the Bundesliga. The invincible side back in the 2024-25 season. Jonathan Tah back to the centre back here for the German side. Gross here, looking for space, and Kai Havertz, and a quick block. And 21 shared at Pepra. And Nagelsmann really looking on to see that, listen, we have a chance to maybe we go up with a goal here. Halfway through the first half, Germany creating all the chances. Serge Gnabry goes for the strike, and this time goes wide.
You know what I love about this German team? One moment you have Havertz playing on the right, he's back in the centre. Gnabry goes to the right, Havertz comes central. There's so many rotations ongoing.
But that's exactly what the Austrians did in the match where they had to hammer the Black Stars by 5-1, and Nagelsmann was just looking to see if the team would be able to get the goal here.
So far, maybe Ghana have dealt with it a lot more better because I think they have an extra body in defense playing the 5 back.
Well, Antoine Semenyo trying to have a big one here against Jonathan Brown. Just 26 years of age, Jonathan Brown. And so far, the goalkeeper, Alexander Nubel, hasn't really been tested so far. The Stuttgart goalkeeper. He's made 27 appearances there with 10 clean sheets, 1 penalty saved, and 8 faced this season. And that's exactly his ground there. The goalkeeper, Alexander Nubel, plays for Stuttgart, and this is the home ground for VfB Stuttgart as well in the German Bundesliga. Psychologically, that was a very good one there for him. Space is there for the Germans to exploit. Serge Gnabry here all the time, always looking for the automate there in the box, and you have the way they have been clipping the passes in the very tight areas and get themselves away where the Ghanaians are just chasing shadows. Semenyo advancing really deep in defense and now trying to break the back of the Germans once again. Possession been given to the Germans.
That's why I think Thomas Partey needs to show his experience. There's no need to try and get the killer pass there. He needs to buy more time for his defense, needs to help the team push up. It needs to be a much more safer pass. It needs to slow down the game a bit more. Because what it does is that it just hands the initiative back to the Germans, who all of a sudden are now backing a penalty box and now win a corner.
It's been a lot of work there for the man upon Pepra. Throwing almost everything into this game. Look at the tackle there, just went in for the ball and he got it, rightly so, and so a corner kick advantage to the Germans. A debut opportunity there for him, and trying to make most of it, at least to get a place in the Black Stars in it for the World Cup. The final cut, the final lineup. He must have it. Angelo Stella into the box is cleared. Good play, quality play now. Ghana would have to release Prince Edukobna. Antoine Semenyo, the man who gave the pass, is really moving into the central area. Edukobna with energy and speed, and Ghana gets a corner kick. And that is how this man, and what really he brings onto the table, his energy and speed.
That's what you want from a striker, especially when you're struggling to get out of your own area there. Showed good strength against Brown. And right from conceding a corner, now Ghana has a corner.
Yeah. And again,
Ghana scored 6 corners in 2025. So who knows?
Maybe we can take advantage of this one and get it. Edukobna, Victoria Pleasant player, 21 appearances for his club. Jordan's ball. Far post, Jiku the target. Antoine Semenyo goes in for this one and clear the way. Yenchi. Jordan. Now to the right-hand side. Lovely play, Jordan. Cut one beautifully to Antoine Semenyo. Ghana in a good position. And clearance there from Kimmich. And the Black Stars now do have that breathing space. Another entering into the box. Not the best of crosses there. And the Germans going to break there. Volta made. Looking to take a long pass there by Yurinchi. Covering quite well and gets the ball away from Florian Wirtz. And the referee now calls the foul for Ghana. But that was a very good one there for the Ghanaians, at least. Players attempt to score, but Kimmich with that timely intervention, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that was a really good slide to ball from Jordan. Semenyo probably did what he should be doing in that position. And someone needs to be attacking that 6-yard box. I don't know whether it's the striker or the midfielder, but from a set piece in the second phase, someone needs to be in that box. It's a really good opportunity that the Black Stars have seen gone by.
Well, this game is a chance for the Black Stars to rebuild confidence after recent losses for Germany. It's about maintaining some bit of momentum and testing the squad depth ahead of the World Cup. There was a lot of smiles there in the stands, and of course a wave of excitement. Oh, the World Cup, Germany will find themselves in a group with Curaçao, the tiniest country to qualify for the World Cup in the Caribbean region, qualified ahead of Jamaica as well. And so Germany will have to play against Curaçao, against Ivory Coast and Ecuador as well. Probably want to say that the safest route there for Germany, isn't it?
I was reading something earlier that said that if both Germany and France top their group, they could meet in the quarterfinals.
Wow, that's going to be tight there and good play. And again, it's going to be a huge fight there in terms of the energy that's going to be used there for Yuan Chi. So I'm not concerned about him playing as a right full back and being in the middle for the Black Stars.
Yeah, there's been a debate about that, but Otto once again addressed it before the game and stated that, look, he has the database of every player that could potentially play there. And given the attributes and the qualities that he wants, the temperament of the players, this is what he thinks he has. You know, bearing in mind that you have Tariq Lamptey and Aliou Seidu out injured, so it looks like Marvin Senaya and Yuan Chi are going to be the right backs heading into the World Cup. If he had changed his mind this game, then I would think that maybe he's more or less like a 70-30 or a 60-40. But to start, Calibas a right back and a right wing back, I think his mind is made up. Nothing is going to change dramatically between now and the World Cup.
I think the World Cup really will bring out almost everything out of the players. Kai Havertz here has been brought down. And Thomas Partey is the culprit this time.
Former teammate at Arsenal.
Yeah. They really know themselves pretty well, don't they? Half an hour gone here at the MHP Arena. Ghana and Germany friendly. No go to either side. And it's going to be a good momentum there for the Ghanaians. And now they have this set piece ball sent in. Asari comes out and he's losing it. The Germans have it. Again, scramble for the ball. Ball into the box once again as we hit wide. Some way, somehow, Jonathan Tah could not bury this one for Germany. But again, Asari just losing the ball in the 6-yard area, allowing the Germans to have plenty of a lot of work to do there. There you have it. Not the best of clearance there from Kwesi Sibo and Jonathan Tah also skying the ball. But the Germans do have a corner kick for after that. A little bit of a deflection. Angelo Stala here. Still trying to make sure that I leave the pull and shove in the box there, and Star grows in there. Asari once again punches it, and Ghana once again having the ball, but the Germans will have it back once again. A lot of weaving through, and now Ghana can break. Jordan. Prince Edu Kobna all alone, and Antoine is with Edu Kobna. Cuts back on the left, and once again, opportunity gone. And Jordan would want to protect the ball there for a throw-in. It goes to ground. The referee says play must continue. Another foul there for Ghana. Not in a hurry to at least get the ball away from the dangerous area, the Germans. The Ghanaians really having some bit of opportunities, but have you really taken advantage of that? And this comes to the 30-year-old Jonathan Tah. And he's been partnering pretty well in the pact of defense with Nico Schlotterbeck. Now comes goalkeeper Alexander Nubel, Stuttgart goalkeeper. Pascal Gross. Here comes Joshua Kimmich. Oh, lovely pass, lovely water mage. This time, the Germans won the first goal. Well, flag already going out front offside, and that was against Florian Wirtz. Should be really worried. Not too sure there's going to be a VAR call for this one to see indeed if he was or was not offside. But this is the play there. Was he offside?
I think just by the foot.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That would have been something else. That would have been something else for the young man there.
Reprieve for the Ghanaian defense there. But where does this rank in goals that didn't count? Very lovely build up there to that goal. One touch, silky stuff.
Yeah.
I think in the end, Watermade probably, just by virtue of maybe wearing a size 46, strays offside there.
Well, the man now, Florian Wirtz, joined Liverpool this season. Had an early struggle, but has found his form in 4 goals and 2 assists in 27 English Premier League matches this season. He was involved in another 4 goals Germany scored in the last friendly with 2 goals and 2 assists against Switzerland. We're going to talk about the referee. So it's at 12. It's involved in a bit of controversy when United play Bournemouth. And some penalties not given in VAR. There's overlooking that as well. Again, there's this side with plenty possession. And now they have a goal that's been disallowed with offside.
Yeah, I think in the end, what's important, I keep saying, is the scoreline. And no matter how dominant this German side have been, at the end of the day, it's 10 minutes to halftime, and it's a good position to be in, 0-0 against this German team. But you can still sense that the goal is coming with the amount of pressure that the Germans are piling on Ghana.
Now that's a lovely piece of work there from Antoine Semenyo. Caleb Yuenchi now released on the right-hand side. And Jonathan Tah would have to have this tussle there with Prince Edu Kobna and wins the upper hand. Gets the ball away from him. The Germans really have been solid at the back. They don't wobble at all when the balls are thrown behind them. Once again, Yuenchi intercepting the foul here. And it's Serge Gnabry really has been working hard and a little smart there for the Germans, Andy.
Yeah. So you know they're chanting the name of their local hero. That's Dennis Undav, and he's warming up there. You know he plays for Stuttgart, and he's been on good form this season, scoring 18 goals for them. So they would love to definitely see him in action.
Yes, again is Brown able to keep possession. Pascal Gross. Well, again, it's always great to have a local hero at the stadium. At least might be thrown into the game in the second half, perhaps. The Ghanaians also warming up. Now, talk about the substitution made by Ghana against Austria, where a lot of fans felt that they came very late. We're just hoping that Otuado might have started early again. Not the best of runs there. Pascal Gross into possession. William Christian, and that's the man, Florian Wirtz there. His goal was disallowed there. There was a quality move there by the Germans, and there you have the confirmation of the...
Okay, looks like it was more than the foot shot.
Well, the left shoulder really going ahead.
Yeah. It was a really good layoff and a lovely finish.
Here comes Jordan. And Jordan really keeping possession and trying to look for some bit of a space, and so final touching the ball coming through from 16-shirted Angelo Styler. And the Ghanaians really have struggled to maintain some bit of stamina in the game. I'm still hoping at least they can get something out of this game. Well, talk about the Black Stars and how they really will have to be lining up in the World Cup. The concern will be they have some very good performance this evening against Germany. Well, the German side, and we talk about this opportunity again, was flapped there by Asari, and Jonathan Towers was skying that opportunity. There's one player there in the German squad is Jamie Llewellyn, and there's a referee come here. So clearly talking about this, and talk about the referees come there in terms of how it came into the Club World Cup and how it's also impacting the game. Here comes Ghana and Caleb Yuenchi. Chiku. Bate. Ajete. The only player to have a yellow card or have his name taken by the referee is Ghana's Ajete. Yeah, you talk about the role of Antoine Semenyo. Clearly comes between defensive lines of fitness passes and trying to join the attack as well. Where's Sibo? And Germany one time would have to pick the possession. Sibo here, bit into it. Once again, the call here will be coming. Sibo was shown a yellow card against Austria with a very cynical tackle there. The Germans will have opportunity to see if they can move forward there. Vortamate was a player was brought down. Oh, the man who's really has been working hard this game, Vortamate. Once again, it's Kai Havertz's ball. And Jordan, he's been the Lone Ranger as the only man who's got a goal for Ghana against Austria, the 5-1 defeat. And Jonathan Tah really has been a towering figure at the back. He's working hard there. And Schlotterbeck. Well, the Germans do have in their setup as well. Jamie Llewellyn is a gun of Ghanaian roots. And Ghana also do have Patrick Pfeiffer. Semenyo busting forward there, and he has Yuenchi on the right-hand side in the box waiting. Is Prince Edu Kwabena as well. Drags the ball back, picks Thomas Partey. And Jiku would have to now settle things for Ghana.
This is what I demanded of Partey the last time. You slow it down, you push the Germans back, and then you take your time to attack.
Semenyo found himself in a very good position, at least had his back facing the goalpost. Just about 4 minutes to end the first half plus at a time. It's been the Black Stars currently now seeing possession. Germany having scored 3 goals in 6 of their last 9 matches. They've won 6, they've drawn 2. Just 1 defeat. Jonas Ajete for Ghana. Now the Ghanaians can at least keep some bit of possession. Sibo. They can't. Jonathan Tah gets the ball away. Picked up by Semenyo. Now they have possession away. Not under any pressure, are they? Kai Havertz. Can you talk about the switch of position there for the Germans? Kai Havertz advancing deep in the defensive line to pick passes. Same position, same role there with Antoine Semenyo. Always running deep into the defensive line of Ghana to pick some passes and then move. And Florian Wirtz there. This is Brown. Gnabry. Kimmich. Brown was supposed to be the man to pick the final pass there, but intercepted beautifully there by Yuenchi, and now Ghana will have Jordan. Well, plays behind him, was able to pick it up again. Partey. Another long Hail Mary pass to the right-hand side, and here is Yuan Chi. Ta with a header here. Derek Cohn. And Ghanaians would have Jordan Ayew. So I was looking for someone to have a bite of the cherry.
I think Ghana has slowly grown into the game. After riding that very difficult wave in the first 10, 12 minutes where the Germans had multiple chances where they could have scored. I think Ghana have given a decent account of themselves in the context of what happened in that Austria game. The most important statistic here today is the scoreline, which remains 0-0. And if you had given Otuado a 0-0 scoreline by the 42nd minute against Germany, he would gladly take it. Now, it's a question of can they build on it in the second half? Because the capitulation, remember,
happened in the second half.
Happened in the second half. So, job's definitely not done. But I think the last few minutes has been a bit more impressive from the team.
Still coming back into the Germans. They have kept possession. Once again, they are struggling. Well, just once have Germans scored after 80th minute in their last 9 international friendlies. They haven't scored in both halves of their last 3 friendlies on German soil. So not really surprising that the game is goalless at this time.
Definitely feels like a game that could come alive in the second half. Feels like all it needs is just one goal. Ghana probably wouldn't want that if it's not theirs.
I'll tell you when. So you have Kai Havertz here trying to pick up the ball, looking for Pascal Gross. I was looking to find some bit of leveling. Well, the Ghanaians in the stands really enjoying every bit of the game. They wait. The Black Stars may have scored first. Once again, it's a block there from Partey. And now the Ghanaians can't cut the Germans on the break. Again, look at how many of the Germans rushing back to defend the lines, and Jordan keeping possession. And we are into at a time, just a minute of at a time. Jordan here dragging the ball back to Alexander Djiku. Jonas Adjete. I'll tell you when Stuart Antwell just trying to have some bit of a moment.
Is that a talk of VAR? Because Havertz was so adamant it was a penalty. Yeah, he's going to check.
Wow, well, it's going to be a VAR check.
Because Havertz looked very convinced after his shot that.
Well, it's got a jersey torn.
It cannot possibly be Jonas Adjete again.
I tell you, it's going to be a little bit of a worrying situation there. Penalty check here for the Germans.
Usually when a referee is called to a screen, this is a bit harsh to me, but per the rule book, it doesn't look natural. You see, this is the grey area that I define the handball. Because yes, it doesn't.
Was it at a natural position?
What is unnatural?
That's been the argument. This has been the argument, and what's the referee going to say? It's a penalty.
You see,
and it comes off the hand of the same player. I'll get the penalty away against Austria.
I wouldn't blame him so much for this one. Look at his body position here.
The thing is,
he's tilting his hand.
But the thing is, it's more about whether it's in the natural position. It's not in the natural position. The definition of what's natural, what's not natural, it's probably the bone of contention here.
Yeah. Probably defenders just have to keep their hands at the back now. That's the only way to stay safe. But you have to feel bad for Jonas Adjete.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's definitely
2 penalties.
Well, the only problem is he's got his jersey torn as well. Well, so got a penalty. And Elisa, it's going to be Kai Havertz against Benjamin Asari. And Asari can actually be a hero here for the Ghanaians if he's able to come out clean. He's able to save this one. Very first time he's coming up against Kai Havertz, the Arsenal player. And here comes Kai Havertz, Asari. At-the-foot goalkeeper, and it is going to be Kai Havertz with the first goal for Germany in this game. After almost everything perfectly done right by the Black Stars, they concede at the death of the halftime, 45 minutes plus at a time. VAR call, handball against Ghana's Jonas Ajete, and Kai Havertz planted just beyond goalkeeper Benjamin Asari, who was making, or perhaps been called into this game after missing on the first game. And so this is the scoreline here after 45 minutes and at a time. The Germans have gotten the first goal here. Bit of a disappointment. And so the man in a 7 shirt there scored 6 goals there for Arsenal. No, 6 matches yet to score. He's 1 assist there for Arsenal. Kai Havertz this season. And so the first half just comes to an end. Kai Havertz, the man who scored the first goal for Germany. 56 appearances, and Jonas Ajete should be really concerned and worried. And I tell you what, the man who scored his 21st goal there for us, for Germany, after converting the penalty. Well, the Black Stars really have to regroup in the second half. A bit of a worrying situation for Jonas Ajete. 2 games, 2 penalties against Ghana. Really, the scrutiny will be coming in here at the dressing room. At halftime, it is Germany 1, Ghana 0. So you're here to watch the second half of the game, and so there's a change there. So the Ghanaians would have to quickly take out Kwesi Sibo, and in his place is Elisha Owusu. So this is gone around again. It's going to be 3 substitution there for the Germans, with Anthony Rudiger coming in the 2 shirts there for Germany, and also making sure that at least they also introduce a very exciting player. Jonathan Tah is out for Antonio Rudiger, and so Dennis Undav is also going to get a chance to also come in to replace Kai Havertz. The goal scorer is being replaced there with Undav, and so that's him coming in. Serge Gnabry is out for Dennis Undav as well, and well, the other substitution that has been made, it's obviously going to be Leonhard Karl. So there's a big injuries here in the game. So quite tell you, the Black Stars looking to ensure that at least the midfield is really being bossed pretty well by Elisha Owusu. So the Black Stars in all white now ready to start the second half here for the Ghanaians. Capacity to the brim here, and the Ghanaians are pretty much getting ready to see what they can do in the second half here. They are already down by a 1-0. Goal score there by Kai Havertz, who is being taken up. And so you try to see another quality ball to Yuan Chi. He maintains his place. Otuado, just one change made.
Die Nummer 2, Antonio.
So the substitution made there with the 28-year-old Elisha Wusu set very exciting performance there for Auxerre in the French league with 22 games. 6 yellow cards is picked up there, and sorry, trying to come out with something interesting here. I was looking for Harry Cohn and trying to cutting, and he's losing possession to the Germans. And a quick interception there from Jordan. Meantime, the Germans give away a free kick. That's the man who's in the 15th shirt for the side, Nico Schlotterbeck. Just bringing down Ghana's 19 shirted Edu Kobna. And very young player there, Schlotterbeck. I've seen how the second half will work out for the Ghanaians. Most of the set pieces for the Ghanaians have been taken by Jordan to the far post, headed back into the 18-yard box, and the flag already gone up for free kick. We're at the offside. There's a worry once again there for Ghana, how they will be able to come back and work hard. There's a coach to all those changes there. That's being scrutinized currently. Brown finds space to Rudiger. Kimmich. Schlotterbeck. Nico Schlotterbeck. And sends it down to Brown here, the 26-year-old. Trying to bring the ball down once again. It's going to be the ball back into the box, and Ghana just got the ball away. But again, it was a very good play there from Florian Wirtz. And Partey coming in, and we'll expect to see a lot of work there on the left-hand side. While the Germans are looking to exploit. Was every action there back in the Ghanaian box once again to Florian Wirtz here. Scored, was disallowed. Ball whipped into the box, and Schlotterbeck was in there. Rudiger bringing the ball back. Good block there from Ghana. And again, is Pipra there, ensuring that Rudiger never got the second goal there for Germany. Once again, a lot of activities in the 6-yard area.
I think, yeah, he definitely washed back on the Jonas Ajete penalty and decided I'm going to keep my hands at the back.
Absolutely. And again, it's going to be Ghana here to defend the corner kick, and straight to Asari, punches away, cleared by Jordan Ayew. Schlotterbeck gets it to Brown. He's trying to find a way how the Germans are trying to work things out and see how Undorf is able to find some bit of goals here this evening. Back to same parting where they were able to keep possession on themselves there, the Germans. Sorry. And the Germans are quick to win back possession. Now the call here will go against Antoine Semenyo. Certainly want to have Tony Rudiger back in the German national team. He hasn't been regular for Real Madrid this season, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been in and out of the team. But he's a player with vast level of experience. And I mean, it's good to have him in a German squad. Obviously, he's seen a lot, he's won a lot, and will definitely help with the younger defenders who are below him, even if he's not starting at the World Cup.
Back now to Rudiger. Kimmich finds Linhart. Karl Linhart is now slotting into the advanced right hand side of attack and finds Oscar Gross. puts the ball into the box as we headed away. JT. Once again, the Germans are very good quickly to always making sure that they win almost all the second balls. And oh, lovely work now, Brown, and this time it's Pascal close here, and well collected beautifully by Ghana's goalkeeper Benjamin Asari. What about that for a little bit of a dummy? The Germans, such balls can never beat Benjamin Asari. So that's JT. The Ghanaians would have to give it a chase here with Antoine Semenyo. Always love to find space here. Semenyo in the box. Oh, lovely work now. Semenyo drives the ball, but Ghana can't go. And once again, the stance tells you the disappointment there for Prince Edu Kwabena. But once again, what a run it was there from Antoine Semenyo. Very good at the feet there. Quick 1-2, and Rudiger was just sent in a different direction. And that should have been at least the equalizer for the Ghanaians. Nothing, well, again, came off a good block there from Schlotterbeck. So corner kick there for Ghana. At least that denied Ghana a goal. Jordan to the far post once again. And Jiku with a header. And eventually it came off the head of the attacking player. Kwabena. Really working hard, isn't he, to get a goal for Ghana?
Yeah, he's come close a couple of times here. I think it's good reward for his relentless running. On another day, he could have perhaps had a shot on target and even a goal in that last sequence there. But once again, lovely play from Antoine Semenyo.
Oh, lovely work on the right-hand side, and Germany would have an opportunity here against the crossbar. And Nick Woltemade simply couldn't get the second here for the team. Wow. Germany could have had the second goal there. He did almost everything right. Just the crossbar denying him the opportunity.
It's a similar tone to what we saw in the first 10 minutes where Germany have been largely dominant, but the scoreline just doesn't reflect the level of dominance that they've had. Once again, Woltemade missing another gilt-edged opportunity. The first one was off target. Second one was equally off target, but at least he's getting a bit closer. This time off the frame of the goal. But Ghana would be thankful that it remains 1-0 still.
Well, again, it just clearly tells you he's very much disappointed, at least not to have had the goal here. Much about decision again. It's a concern there for Ghana's Pepra.
I think I saw the medical team signal that he needs to be subbed off. It's the second or third time that he's gone down holding his ankle. I think he had a very bad tackle from Nabi in that first half where he required treatment, but he soldiered on and has been one of Ghana's perhaps best players, put in some crucial blocks here and there, but it looks as if that issue might have just aggravated a bit. You remember that he's coming back from an injury that he suffered in the Nice game against Angers a couple of weeks ago, and so he missed the match against PSG but trained that week before. So I suspect this might be maybe a bit more precautionary. The fact that you don't want it to get any worse, but it's a worrying sight that he cannot walk freely. And maybe OGC Nice might not be too happy to see this.
Yeah, I tell you what, this is one of the concerns you want to have. And so you have Ghana.
We're going to have a debut for Lucasen.
Yeah, again, it's one of the things you want to talk about is that Ghana really have a lot. I'm going to change there and a debut there for Lucasen. That's on passing. You probably want to ask questions about his role and what he's able to do for the Black Stars. Lucasen. Derek Lucasen. has been 30 years of age. This is club football for Pofos FC. And again, it's Cyprus. Ghana making 2 changes for substitution there with an injury. To Hipra, and now the Germans swarming in front of the Ghana 18-yard box, ball sent wide. Now, Lucas was born in the Netherlands. Ghana really working a lot of players.
Yeah, he's
born outside Ghana.
He's the cousin slash brother, bigger brother of Brian Brobbey of Sunderland. You know, for a long time, Ghana was linked with Brian Brobbey.
Yeah, I mean, we
never got Brian, so we got his brother.
Yeah, Lee Setuzo was everything. Oh, great work there from Leinhardt, and Germans are just watching and working their way on. And so this time the referee looks on and says, what? It's certainly going to be a free kick just at the edge of the box. Thomas Partey, and this is Karl Leinhardt. And this is where he won the ball there. 1-2, and he went away from Kohn. And here comes Lucasen. He also was taken away until Thomas Partey had to pull the plugs there on Karl Leinhardt. And it was actually Jordan Ayew.
I think it's a combination
of two, Thomas Partey and Jordan. He had to find a way to bring him down. And Germany really have a very good opportunity to increase the tally to 2 goals. Just at the edge of the box there, and Asari really trying to organize his wall. Kimmich behind the ball, Karl Leinhardt also behind the ball here. Germany looking to square out off the training ground.
Good
Not
read
successful.
From
Yeah.
Very good read.
Well, the good work there from the German, trying to ensure that at least they still keep the momentum going, not to give the Ghanaians breathing space at all. And again, they've got very young players there. Leinhardt plays for Bayern Munich. This season alone, he's played 23 games. He's got 4 goals and 3 assists. Yet to pick up the card for Bayern Munich.
And guess who he's been compared to throughout his career? Lionel Messi.
Maybe.
That run definitely was Messi.
Yeah, Leeds has got something. Amazing runs from him. Oh, yet another foul here. And Stuart Antwell. And trying to be a little bit magnanimous with his cards. The only person he's booked, and yet again is Manuel's just thrown into the game.
Lucasen.
Derek Lucasen. And Germans are really looking to see if they can have something coming in for them.
I think Prince Ediku Abuna just got a yellow card for dissent.
The 2 players have gone already on a yellow card.
Okay, no, it wasn't actually for. Okay, no, I was more of interfering with the free kick. I suspected dissent, but it wasn't. But it's still a silly yellow card to pick up.
I tell you. Kimmich. Walter Mage. Back to Kimmich. And thinks one up front there, looking for Karl Leinhardt now. Jiku also coming into the rescue of Ghana. It's going to be a goal kick. His introduction into the game, the young man, just 18 years of age. And again, the Mexican wave in the stadium here at the MHB Arena. Clearly giving the Ghanaians. And so this is Derek Lucasen. He's just got 1 yellow card this season for his club in Cyprus. But the fans really enjoying every bit of it. This looks like the World Cup scenario, isn't it?
Yes, it's going to be similar, probably even better. You know, there's been a very lovely local touch to it where I think in the first half when when Germany had a free kick with Wirtz on the edge of the box, they kept on shouting away.
Well, as it's changed now for the Germans with a lot of introduction, and so Brown is out, and so trying to introduce a lot of players into the game. So you do have the introduction of David Raum. Also having a place in this game is Leon Goretzka. Yet again, it's a lot of changes there from the Germans. At least throwing almost everybody into the game, at least to play a part. And here comes Joshua Workman.
Die 61. Spielminute, die nächsten Wechsel im deutschen Team. Aus dem Spiel geht unsere Nummer 18, Daniel Brown.
And you do have the exit of Wirtz now. Ghana with a good chance. John Ayew trying to lurking in there to latch on to the pass. And that's the David Raum with that interception. And of course, Goretzka also coming in here. Ghana still maintaining momentum. He's skipping a lot of the players. And Pascal Gross is out. And here comes Goretzka in his plays as well. And Trent Semenyo really has worked his socks off in the game, hasn't he? And so far, 2 games yet to score for Ghana, but it's been creating some huge chances there for the Ghanaians. Once again, it's going to be a corner kick advantage to Ghana. And that's the corner kick conceded there by Leon Goretzka. He's just introduced the game to replace Pascal Gross. And now Ghana will have to deal with this. I did mention the Germans hadn't scored in Budapest of their last 3 friendlies on the German soil, but they did score here against Ghana in the first half. Good play now, Jordan here trying to ding to the left-hand side, and the near post and side netting again. It's a little bit of a touch on the ball, and so it becomes another corner kick opportunity for Ghana. It's Jordan Ayew looking for his second goal in 2 games. Yes, it came off the body.
I think it came off the post after a deflection. Yeah.
And Watermate was the man who had the final touch on the ball. There you have it. 2 players actually.
Good work of the set piece routine there. We all started at a near post, acted like a shield, left Jordan alone.
Near post, and this time collected beautifully by Nibel.
Not so good this one. But you know, interestingly, 3 of the changes that he's made are players that currently ply their trade with Stuttgart. And so there's Chris Führich, who's on the ball, there's Undav, and then there's Wagnerman.
This time it's going to be Watermate with a final touch again. And there you have the move there from the Germans, really working hard under 8 to see if they can get more goal. Leon Goretzka. And again, he came out the body of his own teammates. We talk about the Germans in terms of the players they have so far assembled in the game. They're just looking hard to see if they can get the second goal. Now the referee really looking on to have a card here. Elisha Owusu. 3 Ghanaian players already on a yellow card with the names taken.
I think Jonas Prince Edukobna and Elisha Owusu.
And the referee count just doing a good job there to find out exactly which of the players are involved in there. And again, the complaints coming. Elisha Owusu on a yellow card here for Ghana. And still of set pieces really giving the opportunity to the Germans, and Benjamin Asari trying to make sure that at least he gets it clean, not to concede. The confidence level of the Ghanaian goalkeeper is pretty much high, isn't it? Has played his part, and I've seen his Scrum Hartlefolk really working out. Wasn't part of the team this Sunday when it drew 2-2 with the All Blacks, and Kimmich behind the ball equally. He's always going to be the one leaves the ball down, and this time he goes wide, and a good try there for the Germans. There's a lovely piece of work there. David Raum This is club football for Stuttgart.
Yeah.
Very familiar with the ground there, isn't he?
Yeah, playing in front of
Wir
this.
sind in der 66. Spielminute. Wechsel bei unserem ersten aus Ghana.
So Edu Kobna would have to leave the field for Ishaku Fatau.
Für ihn neu im Spiel. Mit der 7.
I was just hoping to get the first goal, and the Leicester City man, Fatau Ishaku, just been given a chance here. Ghana once again, loudly giving the ball away, and the Germans will quickly want to break here, but Chiku intercepts. Pate. Here comes Jordan on the flanks, waiting for a pass. There's Derek Cohn, goes around his man beautifully. Cohn here. And again is Rudiger, wins possession back to Germany. Well, 6 of Ghana's 7 games played in Europe since 2020. That's produced goals not less than 3. And Germany ranks 10th in the world, while Ghana is ranked 72nd in the world. Ishaku. He's got enough for a very good, powerful left foot. Owusu, back to Jiku. And if you want to see the Ghanaians trying to hold on to possession. Trying to draw the Germans away from their defensive line. Trying to make sure that at least they are not under any supposed attack there. That was pretty much risky there from Ghana's Benjamin Asariu.
That was very close.
Now Ghana holding on to possession. Jordan. Oh, lovely work, Jordan. Good play now from Jordan. Semenyo. He's found his feet very quickly there at Manchester City, and Semenyo with a bit of showboating here, but very unproductive at the end. And that's the man who just tried something. Undorf was the man who was beating to it, wasn't it? Tried to hold on to it, tried almost everything right. Undorf.
Very close.
Well, again, you have Chris Aldrich also introduced. Left the back. And then Kimmich would have to go solo. Just trying to look for the spaces, but nothing really working out for him, Joshua Kimmich.
Definitely, and you can see there's a very large Ghana supporter fan base there, and you can also get the chance to support the Black Stars, maybe not in Germany, but during the World Cup. You just have to dial *899#. Imagine hearing that you've won the trip to the World Cup for donating just 10 Ghana cedis to the team. Now, don't miss out on that. The more tickets you buy, the more the chances and more. So you just have to dial *899 times 2 at 1.
On here, lovely work. The left foot back, and Ghana Mihal Shaku. Finally, the substitute, Abdul Fatau Shaku, with a Kakalika dance, giving Ghana the equalizing goal. It's Germany 1, Ghana 1.
This is what Ghanaians have been crying for. Celebrations. You know, the times of a Samoa Jan, Muntari, the Kangaroo. When you see celebrations, it means your team is scoring. And it's really, really good to see Black Stars score a very important goal, not a consolation one. But I think on the balance of things, they have deserved it. I don't think that is offside, so the goal definitely is going to stand. But brilliant work there from Derek Cohn. Lovely touch to come into the inside of his man, and talk about precision from Fatau Ishaku. For a player who hasn't warmed up, hasn't really had a feel of the game, his probably first touch of the ball, and to put that ball in the corner, it just speaks of the quality that he has. Brilliant finish from Ghana. 1-1. Game on. Your prediction is your prediction is coming on.
Tell you what, we've got a couple of minutes, 20 minutes to go, and the Ghanaians have got the equalizing goal. Then it's Abdul Fattah Shaku. His introduction really changed almost everything, at least with that fast pace. And the Germans will really have to see if they can't really come back in the game. And it's been a very exciting second half there for Ghana. Ishaku putting a bit of pressure there on Schlotterbeck. Ram looking for space up front. And quietly intercepted. Jete. Here comes Ghana once again trying to work something out here. Well, the Germans really can't seem to understand what's happening, and there's going to be a yellow card offence there for Schlotterbeck. It was a clear yellow card offence.
Caleb's had a really good game. I think maybe the freedom that comes with playing as a wing back has given him the chance to really stretch out his legs and cover a lot of distance. Stuff that he loves to do back in Denmark. Maybe he hasn't had to worry too much defensively because of the third centre-back by him. And who knows, maybe that's the future for him in this team, at least in the immediate future.
Once again, the lucky escape there for Thomas Partey. Oh, Nico Schlotterbeck, the player I just booked, is a key player for Borussia Dortmund. With 24 appearances with 4 goals and an assist. And that's when I was just talking about, yet another free kick against Jordan. And the man with the goal there, Fattah Ishaku. But Schlotterbeck is on the radar of Real Madrid. It's possible that summer he might want to make a switch from Dortmund to Real Madrid. Well, the Ghanaians are very much loud out there, and so the offside call against Fattah Shaku. Well, the confidence level of our Tuado is pretty much high in the game, isn't it? Back to Schlotterbeck. Now Rudiger. Some bit of pressure now being exerted on the Germans by the Ghanaians. Here comes David Raum. Germany once again having possession ball off the line for a throw-in advantage to Ghanaians. The Nagelsmann should be worried, at least, whether there have been concerns about the German national team this season, as to whether they've been that consistent. Perhaps a lot of players coming up from injury. The World Cup really coming in thinking fast, and so a decision had to be made regarding which of the players he wants to take to USA for the World Cup.
Yeah, I think around this stage, as a coach, you probably have 90% of your 26-man squad made up, and maybe that 10% for French players who stand a chance of getting in, or even potentially surprise call-ups or injuries. He's already stated that he has a very fair idea of the players that are going in. I suspect maybe the likes of Musiala coming back from injury, and maybe if Ter Stegen comes back, that could potentially be the major changes in this team.
Rich to Nico Schlotterbeck, now gets to Rudiger. So he's going to find space on the left-hand side. Well, Antoine Semenyo really scoring pretty much hard here. That's a foul there by Abdul Fattah Shaku on Rom. Quarter of an hour left to be played for here at the MHP Arena. It's Ghana 1, Germany 1 as well. And the Ghanaians not giving up. They really are looking for the win so badly. Again, ends this way. Probably be the second time the Ghanaians will be drawing with the Germans. And the first show happened 2-2 in Brazil. Meantime, the Germans trying to work their way into the Ghanaian half, and it is Semenyo. He's got a lot of players to take advantage of, and on the left-hand side is Korn waiting. Somebody once again wants to go with the speed, and he's been stopped there by Joshua Bachnerman. Stuttgart player, and again it's going to be Semenyo really working out. The excitement in the stands there for the Ghanaians, really. And that's how the World Cup is going to sound and look like back in Mexico, Canada, and the USA. It's been a very impressive second half there for Ghanaians, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they've definitely had a lot more of the ball, had a lot more touches in the opposition box, have had a lot more shots, and in the end, I think it's just about deserved.
Jiku with that opportunity, and now it is Watermaid and Ghana Reds again having Lucasen coming in, and this man is just looking to score here. Undaf has also been working hard, and that's the 1-2 play together with Undaf. A very improved second half for the Ghanaians. Kimmich ball into Ghana's box. Once again, it's going to be a push behind. And referee just Western advantage Ghana. And Lucasen once again has been pretty much stood at the back since the introduction. Leroy Sané is coming in. And he's coming on for Watermaid. Once upon a time with Manchester City, Bayern Munich. And this time he's coming in here, Leroy Sané, 30 years of age, now plays his club football for Galatasaray. And this season he's just had 2 appearances there, and just 1 assist and a yellow card to show for his effort, but with the national team, an impressive player for the side. 73 caps with 16 goals. Back in 2014, 2015, he was with the German under 19 side. Had 11 games for the side and scored 5 goals, and in 2015-2016 played 10 games for the German under 21. Started club football for Schalke, for Manchester City, Bayern Munich, and he's made 153 appearances there for Bayern Munich, but Manchester City 90 appearances, scored 25 goals. Rich, Kimmich, Bachnerman now. Let's see how much efforts the Germans want to keep into this game with the long ball to the far side. Yet again, they're trying to have some of the rings around the Ghanaian half. Rom. Good defensive recovery there from Jordan, and now Ghana will have a Fattah Shaku. Also gives the ball away. And a good play and good first time play there, Undaf. The first touch really was quality. Again, Germany having possession, just running the Ghanaian half. Now you talk about your Lionel Messi in the box now and drag the ball back beautifully. Germany may want to try and have this one, and Kimmich not able to correct well. And this looks more like a rugby penalty.
Yeah, go straight to Rosie. There's a look at the goal again, and you can clearly see Fatal there demanding the ball. He knew exactly what he wanted to do before the ball even got to him. Really lovely bit of finish.
Heimauftakt in das Länderspieljahr bedankt sich der Deutsche Fußballbund heute Abend bei 52.723 Zuschauerinnen und Zuschauern. Wir sind ausverkauft. Dankeschön.
Nagelsmann and Shubi looking for some solution there. Rudiger. Just 9 minutes to go, plus at a time. The Ghanaians cruising to a draw, and Fort Bridge brought down by Gurenchi. You'll recall the game, a 2-2 draw between Germany and Ghana at the 2014 World Cup. Andre Ayew and Samoa Gyan got the goals there for the Ghanaians.
Germany have never really had it easy against Ghana in the modern era, have they? Even when they beat Ghana at the 2010 World Cup, it was...
This is 1-0.
Yeah, just 1-0.
Goes ball to the far post. Germany will have to recycle the ball back into the game, but goes wide. Another poor ball there. And Germany just losing that one as well. And Nagelsmann really were looking out to see exactly what he can come into the game with.
Should I ask you a difficult question?
I should be ready for that.
If you're a player and you're called up for these games and you didn't play a single minute, would you be worried?
I mean, there are a lot of, I think they have another game coming up before the World Cup. Should be pretty much okay, and hope that a call-up counts for the next one.
Because what it seems to me is the Otto has used, about 13, 15 players in these two games. And the starting 11, maybe Bar Kudus, is probably going to come from these players.
Yeah.
So if you're not playing here, then a lot has to change in your club form. Or maybe you don't fit in the system. Someone like a Kamaldeen Suleiman, I don't think he fits in this new system where the forwards are a bit more narrow, work very hard off the ball. A lot of profiles are going to be affected with this new
Well, I think that the point will be looking at how players can get involved in defensive recoveries as compared to more attacking play. Because you see a lot of work there from Semenyo. Anytime Ghana is without the ball, he's back in the defensive line to help and win back possession, at least showing the numbers at the back, as compared to just staying up front and getting the ball there. Here comes Fort Bridge, put the ball into the box and head out there by JT. And now it's going to be Derek Horn, his assist there for the goal. Then he gets the ball away in a very dangerous area. Germany, we want to have this one. And that's going to be a push from behind. The referee just looked at, right on the action, and declares that not to be a penalty. Just going to have a word there, is he?
Elisha is telling him no need to check. It's the confidence. Clearly won the ball there.
Yeah, won the ball, yeah. I tell you, Elisha was right, wasn't he?
Yeah. I think players know sometimes.
Yeah, they do. Into the last 5 minutes of the game, the Germans really looking to get the winning goal here. Now they have some space to try and hit this one, working the ball into the box, and so far nothing working out, and Germany may have a chance, and it's been cleared, and Sky Lenhart is the man down, and well, the fans and the referee, or perhaps the coach Nagelsmann, is asking, is that not a penalty against Karl Lenhart? But here you are again. Did he hit the ball before the tackle came? Yes, he did.
Well, there's been a lot of debates on this, especially in the Premier League recently, where the player shoots and he's unbalanced by the defender after. Usually it's not given. Anywhere on the field, this would be given as a foul, but based on the precedents that we've seen, I don't think it would be given or even considered as a penalty.
And that was not considered equally. Should be a good warm-up game there for the Ghanaians. And holding the Germans to a draw will be considered good performance compared to that of the Austrian side. Kimmich from. Here comes Nico Schlotterbeck. There's a lot of support there for Germans who are looking to say that at least the Ghanaians in Germany paid the dues and keep supporting the Black Stars. Here comes David Raum once again. Undav really has not seen playing to the ball since his introduction to the game. Kimmich, Schlotterbeck finds Raum. Burbridge. Rudiger. Sani back to Kimmich. Trying to look for Leroy Sani, and now it's going to be Undav! The local hero finds the goal there for Germany. The man who plays his club football for Stuttgart, same grounds, and he has come off the bench to get a goal there for the Germans. Wow. Certainly the fans knew why. They were just mentioning his name there. Dennis Undav, 29 years. And this season with 23 games there for Stuttgart, he scored 17 goals. Was he offside? Well, they get the flag stays down, and Undav with this. Sorry, did almost everything right. But Undav certainly has found the voices there for the Germans in the stadium. The Ghanaians are being silenced here. What a pass there. And also involved is Leroy Sani.
Would that be the goal that sends Undav to the World Cup?
Perhaps the fans knew about it. And that's the reason when he was warming up, and Djiku really disappointed. You could tell his frustration there. And goal stands Dennis Undav. This season alone, he's contributed 5 in a goal score there for Stuttgart. And yet again, the goal. Sani here, they give some support. And again, the Ghanaians were meant to really work hard to see if they can sustain the pressure there from the Germans, but that didn't work out. Leroy Sani, Lenhart, we are into the last seconds, to the final second plus at the time of the 90 minutes to played. And the Germans not giving up. They probably were looking for the third. Burbridge here. And here comes Schlotterbeck. Kimmich has bossed the midfield, is being the conductor. And it's really worked hard for the Germans, isn't it? Just how many games will the Black Stars play? 2 games played, and found out conceding 7 goals and scoring 2. 5 against Austria and 2 here against Germany. We're doing 3 minutes of at a time.
A minimum of 3 minutes.
Well, great exercise there for the Ghanaians, but again, the concern will be how the defensive frailties of the Ghanaians. Reinhardt here trying to strike here, but this time picked up. The Germans would have this as part of their records. Before this game, they've never lost in their last 6 outings. They've scored 17, and now with 2 goals here, they've scored 19 goals in the last 7 games, and now conceding 4.
I think it's been a performance to be proud of from the Black Stars, at least for the second half, and it could actually be 2-2 here.
Semenyo now racing here. Shaku asking for the ball. Semenyo into the box. Semenyo and glanced the ball wide. Well, a bit disappointed there, isn't it?
Yeah, big chance missed. Opportunity there missed from Semenyo. Definitely not offside here. I think Lucasen just about placed Undav on. Yeah, it's very tight. Very tight. But I think it's been a good foundation for the team to build on. And I mean, the main show would definitely be the Black Stars, where the World Cup, where everyone is building towards. And you can get a chance to go to that World Cup by dialing *899# to support the Black Stars in North America. Imagine, Harry, you've won a trip to the World Cup for donating at least 10 Ghana cedis to the team. Now, don't miss out. The more tickets you buy, the more chances and the better your odds. You just have to dial *899#. Terms and conditions apply.
Well, you just talked about the positioning and the decision there by the coach. And Eric Cohn has been withdrawn. Calabrian Cheese also out, and Kamal Dean Sulemana has been introduced into the game. And trying to throw everybody into the game now. We are into the final minutes of the game. Germans once again with space. Burbridge turns around, looking for Rom. And not done yet, are they? Kimmich takes the ball here, and Undav just couldn't sort his feet out. And so it is going to be Stuart Antwerp's final moment of the game. And Undav was looking to have a brace here, but the Germans have a very exciting game here against the Black Stars. 2 games played, and the Ghanaians have had to lose all 2 games, and Nagelsmann should be excited. First game against Austria, Ghana lost by 5-1, and here they lose by 2-1. 2 games, they've conceded 7 goals and scored 2. For the Germans, this will be their 7th outings, and they've scored 19 goals. But there's more room for improvement for the Black Stars, and of course for the German national team as they get ready for the World Cup. It finished here at the MHP Arena. Germany 2, Ghana 1.
And so 2-1 it ended in the friendly match between Germany and Ghana. As the Germans, who just about edged thanks to a late goal from Stuttgart forward Dennis Undav, playing in front of his home supporters there. And you can see a lot of communications going on between the technical team and the players. It looks as if both sets of teams not overly impressed or satisfied with what they got from the game. But good exercise in the end, Graham.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's good exercise. I thought the second half was a much more improved performance, but defensively, the Black Stars still need to sort it out. And the Germans kept going, they kept going, and then eventually they got the goals there. But I tell you what, Should we be worried now, or perhaps it's too early for us?
And Philip, 2-1 is probably a much better improvement just based on the scoreline, juxtaposed to what happened 3 days ago.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, on the face of the scoreline, you're definitely going to say it was, an improved performance. Germany created a lot of chances, but unfortunately for us, they were not able to convert. We were fortunate enough to get a goal. I mean, it was a well-worked one. I think just the entire build-up leading up to the goal was great. We kept possession of the ball, switched it from the right to the left. We were able to release Arthur Kong down the wing. He was able to cut the ball back, and brilliant run by Jordan to, create the space for Ishaku. And it was just an excellent finish. And it looks as if this is how we want to play, sit back, create, and, basically hold on to the ball once we get it, and then release our wingers down the flank, and then, whip the balls in. So.
Well, that's the match winner, Dennis Undav there in your shot. But let's come back to Ghana, but still with the touch of Germany as we cross over to the residence of the ambassador, the German ambassador here in Ghana. And